And we're back with our shit.
Y'all are gay.
Session
No
8.
homo, sad gay noises.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Wait till you see Saber Sotho's MP.
Alright, now give zombie
This is doing.
inspiration.
Give zombie inspiration.
Do it, Shade.
Everyone walks.
You won't.
Maybe if Zombie can recap game in the span of 2 minutes. Not last week's, the weeks before. Game in 2 minutes starting.
Wait, so the session 2 sessions ago,
No,
or the
well,
session that was
We
a
didn't have
week?
game
That was
last
2
week.
weeks
The
ago,
last
but
session.
was one
Last
session ago.
Last session.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, do it.
The only relevant information is that I kicked a hag's ass. We captured her, and then Lavia killed her. And now we're going to go see the gypsies.
I think he needs 2 inspiration for doing it in a fourth of the time.
No.
I think you're right.
I mean,
I did
they're
it in less than 1 paragraph.
I mean, why doesn't he get 5 inspiration?
fucking.
Because the sheet only holds 3.
Fuck. And that's optional. It by default only carries 1.
Oh wait, I thought we were going to the Bone Grinder, not to the Sun Camp.
I mean, it's
We're all
all.
in the same
It's
direction.
on the way. But we're gonna see the gypsies first.
All right,
How many
fucking
do we
Sure.
have to kill?
take your goddamn point, you bastard.
Thank you.
Alright, is John gonna have a lecture?
I'm gonna burn you.
I mean, I'm just waiting on him to misuse it.
All right.
In pure John
I'm
fashion.
so excited. I'm so excited to use it and get 2 1s.
It's gonna be great.
Balance off those 2 20s you got last time.
No, but I thought those were to balance off.
Oh,
two
those are
you would
things.
roll for inspiration.
No.
Or for not inspiration, for
For Snickle
Initiative.
fucking up so much.
no. When he was in the death house, he constantly rolled like 4s and 2s for initiative.
What do you mean 4s and 2s?
He was
rolled like 1.
he was doing good, you know. It's great.
I was rolling like 5s and 4s because I had a +0, and I was getting 4s and 5s.
Okay.
Snickle's low initiative is on purpose. He
Oh, we're
has
talking
to
about
get low. He's a
Snickle.
healer.
I thought we were talking about Edgar.
They said
I'm
my
not
name
talking about
first, so
Edgar.
I thought
Edgar
Snickle.
rolls.
Edgar
I was
rolls
talking
badly.
about the fact that Snickle wasted the advantage that
Don't
John
worry.
gave.
Greg
know.
is our mascot, and he will lead us through this map of Barovia.
Greg
So
doesn't
not-
lead the party. We need a better meet cute.
John is the mascot.
No,
God
if you open the map for the whole of Barovia, Greg's icon is what's being used to
Good.
Oh.
tell where the party is at.
Greg, lead the pod.
I believe Greg is the most important member of this party. It's
He
just
is,
my
you know?
opinion. It is objective now.
Your opinion.
It's correct. It's just
You know,
fact.
I am
the-
correct.
The Dakoters video of your opinion is not invalid. I told the FBI, the CIA, the Secret Service, and your mom. Nature will punish you.
God will punish you.
Just to make sure you won't escape, we've decided to nuke your house from orbit.
What is
It's a necessary
Dakoters
step.
chapter 2? All right, good. I'm in chapter.
We finally got out of the first town.
Yeah, you did it.
Give us Strahd in Shakespearean Star Wars.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
guys. We'll kill Strahd next Christmas.
Now, did the town take us less time or more time than Death House?
The town took you 3. The town took you 3 sessions. Death House took you 4.
Oh my god. We're making better time.
I'm surprised.
So what you're saying is that the entire like
saying-
visiting the gypsies, killing off everyone at the bone grinder, and delivering our package is going to take us 2 sessions.
What you're
No,
saying
but
is that we
we
need to
didn't do
make
it
up for the
free.
fact that we only spent 3 sessions last time and spent
say-
5 on just the visit.
You're saying we need to go back to town, right?
No. We need to
We need to spend 1 more session in town, guys. Even if
Oh, I forgot something. Guys, I think we need to go back to town.
Oh no, my bracelet is missing. I can't cast magic anymore. We gotta go back.
Guys, we left that child in town.
Y'all are the worst. You know?
We need something to bait the gypsies, and that child is perfect bait.
Child is perfect.
Everyone knows gypsies eat children.
Of course, Snickle would say that. Snickle has experience eating children now, doesn't he?
Oh no.
He's got a taste for the children's bone.
he's got a
Oh.
taste for kids.
It's okay. Snickle isn't a human either, so it's not cannibalism.
Why is Sir Knight targeting himself?
Why
What
not?
are you talking about? I don't even know where I am.
Same.
I mean, on the combat tracker.
Well,
Oh.
we can't see that.
We're the giant Greg. Greg is our party mascot, so we're following him on the overmap.
Does that mean I get to control where the party goes?
No.
Yes.
Guys,
I mean-
Greg is upside down. He's going the other direction back to town.
I like how Greg is the head, but despite the fact that he's at the back of the carriage.
You just rolled a 15 into the tower. Congratulations.
I was making sure that was the tower.
That was the tower. I completely forgot that it was a thing that you could do in Fantasy Grounds.
So if I remember right, it's me and John up front. Me, John, and Sir Knight up front. Snickle, Theo, and Vara are in the middle / back of the cart, and then Shizuka and Greg are in the back of the or in the second cart that we tied to the first cart.
I thought Sir Knight Squire was in the middle of the cart protecting the person. I forgot. Our Reed.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
decide not to stab his sword into the cart.
Yeah, that's what it was.
If you did.
Shizuka and Greg are in the hand cart that we jury ripped to the back of our cart.
I had their Irina cart.
Irina, Snickle, and Vara are in the middle.
I mean, if you do stab the cart, by the way, Shizuka will be angry since she owns it now.
I mean, John owns it technically.
God damn it, shut up.
All right, so you start your way out of the out of Barovia.
Mm-hmm. Playing my viol as we go.
Yeah, we
Like
need
how
music.
Greg
Fucking
spins
nerd.
as he moves. That's
Yeah, we need traveling music.
Greg is the wheel.
Bum, 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 bum,
We need traveling music. If only we had some sort of bard to entertain us.
You
Along with
Music,
you
you say.
unworthy friends, welcome to the land of Barovia, where your dreams will never come true. Oh, I come from a land from afar away.
Oh dear.
Where
Jesus.
the werewolves and vampires roam. Where
Oh,
the
man, it
cold
wasn't
is
that great.
immense and the mountains intense. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home.
And suddenly, hellfire comes from above.
Tarasks from above.
Tarasks rain down from above.
Don't worry,
Everyone
this
dies if he keeps singing.
This was inevitable.
But I thought you wanted Barovian Knights.
Say, hold on, I have an idea. Zombie, use your inspiration dice to fight it off.
All right, so yeah,
I've only got one.
Damn it. So you were saying Shade?
so you pass over this bridge over the roughly 50-foot wide river, going over this stone bridge that you totally can see under Greg, right? Yes? Yeah?
No.
100%.
Shut up, Normie.
Yep.
When
Well,
will Fedor say that?
Go backflip on a landmine, Norm.
Probably
Go
on the way.
backflip onto the can of forbidden.
Go backflip on a spike trap, you Normie.
Oh man, okay.
All right.
Sometime before we hit the Vistani camp.
I agree
Yeah,
with
just give
that
me a
proposition.
moment.
Feel
Was I gone when we discussed the Vistani stuff?
You might have been.
Okay.
I'ma just roll a few things real quick. Don't worry.
Wait,
we
we
should
know-
totally disguise her.
Wait, we know the Vistani are spies?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
They're kind
The hag
of.
told us,
Yeah.
didn't she?
We
I'll
were
be
told
honest.
that they were kind of working alongside Strahd, but not. We don't know for sure how much or whether or not they all are.
We
I'm
must
pretty
be
sure we found
safer
out.
than sorry. Any threat to her. would
Safer
be
than
bad.
sorry.
We can't trust gypsies. They supply mimics.
Well,
That-
does
what?
anybody have like a
I'm
gem
fairly
or
certain
like
that
some
one was
stones?
false.
Guys, we need a
That I
blanket.
could've-
I think we should go back to town.
Yeah, we need to get a blanket to disguise Arena.
She'll be luggage.
Yeah, you
Does anybody have gems or any like a stone or anything that Lavia can like make a little jewelry thing?
I have an ivory comb.
so you plan to disguise Irina?
Mm-hmm. Don't one of you have like a gate stone?
I think I gave that to Stanley.
Oh,
A what stone?
Didn't I give the mossy
Okay.
agates to
yeah, the agate.
Well, guess who has mossy agates on his sheet?
Stanley?
Oh, they're Knight Squire.
Oh,
Pardon me, all. Do you have any stones or gems that I could probably make Irina a hair ornament out of?
Somewhere.
So we
Say
can
I
help
have-
disguise her.
I have an ivory brush you could put in her hair. It's for horses, but we won't talk about that.
Where did I put in those agates?
I also apparently have an abacus. I don't know why I have an abacus.
What
But I
are
have an
the
abacus.
what are the sliders made out of? Shape.
Hmm?
What are the abacus sliders made out of?
I for some reason have an abacus.
I don't remember. I'll be honest.
Wood.
Can we say
Wood.
that they're like stone, painted stone or something?
Sure.
Okay.
So that's where they get those clinking sound.
Will Sir Knight Squire give any of the agate to Lavia?
Yeah, I'll give you the agate.
All right. Time for a skill check.
Just give me a moment.
No.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this
Why?
because I can.
You haven't
Okay.
even failed yet, you fool.
Are you physically rolling?
All right. So using the
Yeah, I have to
ivory,
roll 2 different types of dice, and I don't like doing it in fantasy grounds.
Okay.
So using the ivory comb, the abacus beads, and the agate, Lavia will try and make like some kind of ornamental hairpiece for Irina
Okay.
to help disguise her.
Oh. No, I'll keep
Fucking
that.
She. All right. Well, it's a very nice, with the tools that you have, very nice hairpiece.
Like probably use the comb to keep it in her hair, and then.
Would you
decorate it with
define a
beads.
domino mask as a trinket?
Domino mask.
Like the little thing that just covers up the eyes,
Like you know how
like a little
superhero mask.
white mask just goes like
Like-
makes a figure eight around the eyes.
Tuxedo mask style.
Kind of. Close enough.
Okay.
Close enough. Like the Lone Ranger,
Not really.
but like
There it
not
goes.
really.
I wouldn't really call that a trinket, but I can count it.
Is it within the bounds of the ability of prestidigitation create? Is the question. I guess.
Oh, totally.
Oh wait, never mind. It only lasts until the end of my next turn. Fucking useless.
Just keep recasting it.
I won't be suspicious at all.
No, not at all.
Okay.
What else can I do?
Does anyone have a disguise kit?
Does the rogue?
Does the charlatan? No.
Does anyone
that
have
said,
illusion
I do
spells?
have.
Oh, wait a minute.
I do have an extra set of clothes, so we could just put a hood up over her head and like go, she's taken ill. We'll help her walk around, and like somebody join arms with her, and then just like keep the hood over her head. She has a migraine. Don't take her hood off.
Sir Knight Squire begins lowering the bag back down that he has all the stuff in, because he's about to literally dump it all out and use that as the cloak.
Oh, guys, I have an idea. Remember Greg's armor?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Are we gonna put her in armor?
But
Greg
You
does
don't
have
even
a-
understand that that was something that went through my mind immediately when we went. We must disguise her. Oh, we need to dress her up as a knight of the.
Cosmetic codpiece. He does have it. Cosmetic helmet.
I mean, if we have a spell that can catch, we might be able to like melt it into like a little tiara or something.
No, I'm just saying put the helmet on her, then they can't see her face.
thinking that a tiara in these lands wouldn't look conspicuous.
Fair enough. Like, and then after sometime after Lavia finishes the hairpiece, she'll give it to Irina to try and and give her like an updo. Try and change her hair so it looks different from what they would be expecting.
She looks at it for a second, little confused. If I may interject before anything else continues, if you do want to go to that Vistani camp, I could just wait by the cart on the outskirts of the whole place, rather than trying to mingle or anything. Might be safer.
Oh.
I think the best idea is to put a cloak over her.
Well, we won't be able to get much farther than their camp before nightfall.
With an old handmaid.
Far out rises. Alright.
This dice tower
just
is
gonna-
useless, by the way, Shade.
Hmm?
This dice tower is useless. I don't understand its purpose. I tried dropping a d20 in there and nothing happened.
It's so I see the rolls.
Ah, so you can hide the roll that I made from even me.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now I'm gonna get spammed with dice. Good. Thank you. Just what I've
You're welcome.
always wanted. More digital
Take all
dice.
of these rolls.
Brilliant. Oh, there it is.
Oh! We saw the shadow.
654, by the way.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna take away your dice tower.
That was fast.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, not
You've
the
lost
dice.
it.
I did it once. People were doing the single rolls.
Alright, y'all stop. Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know how to do it.
Like,
What?
I'm chaotic. Don't tell me what to do.
we're going to be back again for a considerable amount of time. So if someone comes to take a look at you, we want to make sure that they don't recognize you.
You should have made an ornamental mask instead of.
I have a jeweler's kit. I don't know how to make masks. I know how to make jewelry.
Make an embroidered mask.
Alright, I'm distracting us once again, but I just want to point out that I just realized that, in fact, Shade did in fact make me a mod on this server as a result of sending me that video.
That's beautiful.
I actually have a role that says moderator.
Okay.
I don't know if it gives me any power. but-
waiting for you to notice.
Which one convinced you? Was it
Gives
the
you
first
the
one or
illusion of.
the second?
Which post was it that made you mod me?
Yes.
There you
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
When Garbo mod.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
So what does Irina say to our plan to disguise overnight?
I'm just gonna stay at the wagon.
But what if someone comes near the wagon?
I
That isn't us.
I'll stay in the wagon and not go out and investigate.
Oh, you're approaching the wagon?
The
Fireball.
wagon rumbles. You're approaching me.
Instead of running away, you're coming.
Alright.
Alright, guys. Yeah, I can just stay in the wagon. A hood, maybe a cloth to cover my face. If
Offers top hat.
Offers top hat.
Offers traveler's outfit with hood.
Works. Good enough.
I think we should acquire Loon and some
Loon.
yarn so she can practice her handmaiding, just so she makes her disguise that much more.
You're gonna somehow manage to turn Irina into your personal butler.
Yes.
I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm certain that's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's not the worst thing that we could do to her.
I mean, is John
Think
trying
the sound of that.
Okay.
John is currently in the presence of children. He would not directly seduce her at this time. The seduction comes after we reach the Vistani camp and everyone else is in the Vistani camp, and John goes back outside.
Get that
You
Loon, and then
fucking
go
monster.
kiss her.
Seduction works best in private, don't you know?
Oh
You
dear.
know this from experience?
So does that get him an inspiration die doing that?
Garbo, you're first.
Oh god, what am I doing?
You'll find
Roll
out.
at E100.
Like, I just had to go away because my dad was going to bed and he was about to barge into my room, so I'm like, I'll do it ahead of time. So I actually have no idea what I've walked back into.
All right. So
Between Snickle, isn't it?
after several, probably about 30 minutes ish. I'm just gonna round time. I'll put it closer to an hour. The car's probably not going that fast.
Yeah, sure.
Don't say that, because that's a surefire way to get us to speed up there.
Shush. What's this? Why are you adding me? Oh dear. Okay. You come across a fork in the road.
I will pull out the map.
We'll pick it up.
I will pick it up. God damn it.
Yep. Anyway,
This is how we die.
you see
Click on the scroll map.
Making jokes.
you see an old wooden gallows that creaks in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam, and the well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off to 3 directions. Barovia Village says from pointing to the east where you just came from, the Surpool to the northwest, and Ravenloft / Valaki to the southwest.
I will pull out the map that the Burgermeister made for us.
Says you're gay.
You indeed see the map.
Look, guys, free rope.
Oh my god. Okay.
If we want to get to the Vistani camp, we would want to go. Second. Would reading the map be intelligence or with shade?
You
Just let me do this.
I'm so scared for the the rest of our journey.
Wisdom probably?
Yep.
Depends on this one roll.
Just what is
I wanted you to
survival?
say the Vistani are to the southwest. She says, holding the map upside down.
Oh,
I don't know if I can aid that.
Sir Knight Squire, I need you to check the map. I don't trust the bimbo.
The Night Squire will check that.
Jimbo, I thought we were finally friends.
You would recall that the hag said, I believe, the Surpool. There was the encampment was by the Surpool.
I don't know. I believe you're holding that map upside down and diagonal.
Vara finishes the 5th rereading of Twilight.
Which one?
Only the 5th.
You're looking at the back of the map.
upside down, the back of the map, and diagonal.
And was that John or me? 'Cause
I
John
turned.
works
I'm
that.
looking at the back side of the map while you're looking.
No way.
Snickle's looking at the side of the cart.
Yep.
Y'all are just stopped here by this gallows.
All staring at the map. Meanwhile, Vara is finishing reading.
I'm sad I didn't roll low too.
Wait a minute. Let me just really quickly roll intelligence to see whether or not John can read. It's a joke. John knows how to read.
Or does he?
No, he actually is. It's gonna roll because I picked up the die, but like, John does in fact know how to read. He does forgeries for a living.
I don't know the difference between a save and a check.
I love how all these party members are just like, I could totally read this map.
Give us a blank map.
Meanwhile, Snickle's over there trying to like connect up like coffee stains and like dead flies.
It's the only person who can properly read this map out of this party.
Then suddenly you see hanging from the gallows a red-headed male.
Oh no.
Oh no. Look at that one.
Why is Sir Knight the only one that works well? Is Sir Knight the one in charge of is John driving or is Sir Knight?
John's driving. That's why he's looking at the back of the map.
I've never seen.
Theodore is looking past the map and looking at the gallows.
I reckon
never
I
seen a
have
map.
never seen a map in the past 45 years. Well,
As far as like
I
standing
reckon
on the
I
cart.
read one map the last 46 years.
86.
Somebody just tell me which way we're supposed to turn.
Vara stands
I'll
up, looks
take
at the
it.
map, and points.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it and just go, alright, here, over, and point to the proper direction. Onward, nobly!
So you're heading to
Vara
the.
looks very.
I'll
So-
point out that John is actually wise enough to know that of the group, his priority of people to trust goes Sir Knight Squire, Theodore.
Hey!
And that's
How
it.
low down am I?
He
What do you
hasn't,
mean?
Sir Knight Squire.
he hasn't interacted with Vara nearly enough to be able to trust her.
What about me?
I think you're the least trustworthy
No.
person in this party. I think you established that.
I think
already.
John has an excellent analysis of Snickle, and that's a no.
How far down am I on the
Christ.
list?
You're below me.
Sir Knight
I'm gonna
Squire
be
is like
No.
this,
See.
on top.
No, you're above Snickle.
Oh.
Is Lavia below or above Sickle?
Above Snickle, but below.
Guys, we just need to start pulling out the tier list again. And
Fucking.
I want to point out that there is a very clear distinction here. There is people I listen to and people I don't. You guys are still on the people I don't listen to list. There's only 2 people on the people I listen to list.
Is it Greg?
So it's a pie chart, is what you're saying.
It's literally just a list of 2 names
Alright.
Fair enough. So where are you going?
with a I have the final decision written in bold letters at the top.
we're going to the Vistani, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are.
We're gonna go to the Vistani to camp for the night.
Yeah, so I'm pointing in that direction.
And
All right.
so it was near the seer pool.
So
The Serpole.
Are you guys sure it's this way?
Trust me, it's this way. Sir Knight Squire standing up on top of the carts is moving with like doing that Columbus pose where he has one foot.
Oh, the captain.
Yeah, the captain like the
Morgan.
captain pose.
Yeah.
Vara is
Captain
very
Morgan.
disturbed as he stood in her little reading area.
I'm in front of the cart. What are you
I'm
talking
just
about?
I'm
Are you
gonna start driving the
right?
direction that Sir Knight Squire is pointed.
Is he pointing with his trumpet or sword?
No, I'm pointing with my finger.
okay.
Okay.
So as you turn, you all hear a creaking noise behind you, coming from the gallows.
Oh boy, what are we rolling?
Did Theodore get advantage because he was staring at the gallows?
Where there was nothing before, now hangs a lifeless gray body.
What are we
Oh.
rolling to check this?
Looks at it blankly, Well,
The
that's not our problem. Move.
the breeze turns the hanged figure slowly, so that it can fix its dead eyes upon you, and you see, hanging there,
The Burgermeister.
is John.
On space. Oh, wonderful.
Huh? Huh?
This is the first time this has happened to me.
What?
Wait, what?
I'm missing a thought.
Dad, how'd you get over there? Is this one of your trips?
Oh!
Are we doing
What did you just call me?
Did you just call him Dad?
Wait,
Wait a minute. Is this
Wait, what?
backstory we need to go? Have we found one of John's many children?
Have I figured out what's going on? It just nat 20.
Wait, why do you have half provision? Oh, half.
Bard.
I'm a bard.
Okay. No, I thought it said half provision. When I read that, I thought I meant to cut it in half.
John is more shook at being called dad than he is at seeing his own dead hanging corpse. This is like a once in a year occurrence versus like a wait what? Uh-oh.
Squirrel.
Oh no.
Squirrel.
I was gonna say, does my
Is that your
nat
papa?
20
What is
Not your 19
20 minus
perception.
I'm gonna focus on the dead body
Does
for a
that do
moment.
anything for me?
Okay, Sir Knight Squire
you
is
indeed
going to.
perceive it looks like John.
Oh, okay then.
Sir Knight Squire is like, we should totally move on. That's not a problem. Because everyone is
But-
looking at it. He'll do the noble thing and pick up his sword and throw it at the.
What? What?
That's what I was gonna suggest. Should we try poking it?
You you do so. It swings back and forth. It's
I want to cut it.
okay.
Alright.
But it swings around for a moment. It turns while it's swinging, and when it turns back, it's just some random lifeless body.
Oh.
It no longer looks like
Did it
John.
get cut? Because I was specifically throwing my sword in a manner to cut it down.
Were you aiming for the noose?
Yes.
Oh.
What part of the news did you make up?
The part above
The neck
his
part.
head.
The part that is holding it up.
I know.
So, should we try talking to it? Because
Roll. Right.
Improvise
Try to
drawing.
talk. This is
Talk to the
that's
bones.
Necromancers in Barovia, dude.
Shade has already forgotten.
After seeing him throw the first sword, I pulled a long sword. I had to use another one.
What? Okay. No. Just roll. Just roll dex.
There it is.
Good enough. You you hit the rope and the body falls down. Same result though. It is no longer John.
Sir Knight Squire, would you like
I've
another
dispatched
sword?
the demons. Now we can move on. Oh shit, I threw my sword. Give me a moment. Runs
I'm
off
pausing
with
the
the
cart
map.
long enough for him to go get his sword.
So, but still, should we try talking to it? Maybe figuring out why there's a noose in the middle of nowhere? I'm assuming it's the middle of nowhere. I don't see anything on the map to indicate otherwise.
It's a gallows. It's just a random occurrence that happens.
Oh, so this is normal. I see.
This is probably a criminal. That's generally what gallows are assembled for. Most
Well, I
people
was
that want to
thinking
hang someone
that-
that are not lawful, are not a lawful authority, tend to not waste the time to assemble a gallows.
Alright.
They tend to just take a tree, tie a rope around your neck,
Get it? Alright.
put a horse under you, and then have the horse walk away.
I don't
Sound
know.
like you know this from experience.
John kind of like itches his collar on his shirt.
John, you sound like you know this from experience.
Meanwhile, Sir Knight Squire's already over there picking up his sword as he just was coming.
What
I don't know if this means
what are you
anything.
trying to insight?
How many times has John been on?
Okay.
You sound like you
then,
speak from experience. That's not happened to you before.
I don't know. How many breads have you eaten?
I
How
mean,
much bread have you eaten?
if you wanna contest that, John, roll deception, I guess. Okay.
John isn't trying to like hide anything here. He just doesn't say anything.
He's having flashbacks.
I do want to say that Shizuka and Greg are now on guard, I guess, because it seems like we're in shady territory.
Indeed,
This
you
is
are.
very shady territory.
I mean, this whole game is shady.
Are you
Ba-da-da-da-da.
But,
It's almost like it's a realm of shade.
oh my
I don't
god.
know if that does anything. I'm just not
Spin the
trusting.
wheel. Oh no, he's shrinking.
Oh no.
are so Shizuka's offered to like speak to the corpse, right?
I have offered that, yes.
Go ahead and grab the head and toss it in the cart.
What? You want me to
Alright.
break the head off? I'm already over here.
Yeah, no, send Sir Knight Squire to do it.
So,
Yeah.
Already
this
picking
So
up
that's
my
right.
sword.
gonna
Just
be
take
a
the head
second.
off and bring it to us.
This is gonna be a
Stops in the middle, walking back. You wait. You want me to cut its head? I don't think that's a very honorable thing to do to desecrate a corpse like that.
I like how we're literally headhunters.
It's not desecration. We're trying to prevent the desecration of the body. Don't you know that most undead are destroyed if you cut off the head? This way no one can make an undead out of it.
Ah, valid point.
Meanwhile, it
you
also
don't-
serves our purposes because she can talk to it.
I can't wait for this cart just to be full of the heads of NPCs.
No, but it's like we've shoved the hands of the skull into Greg's ribcage. Now we'll have another head in the cage.
Wait, can Greg just be Cerberus by this?
No, like we're
How
using
much Greg's head
like
off and
what-
hack-
Replace Greg's hands with heads. Replace Greg's feet with heads.
He has basically become the Wither skeleton.
No, but when I gave Shizuka the head, she like lodged it in between his ribs, like on the inside of the rib cage.
Oh,
You don't remember this? No?
Let's put the head in let's get the head and go.
I've got the head.
Can I
Already cut
can
it
I
off.
poison
bring it up.
spray? So
Yeah, I was gonna
the-
say
the
you probably
skeleton-
want to do that.
so it's a skeleton.
I'm gonna burn it with holy light.
Oh, so we're doing the same thing again. I'm poison
Right.
spraying it in here.
So could you do that not on my cart though?
Don't worry, we're going to go to a pool soon enough. We'll have water to clean it up properly.
No, I'm worried about the acid or the poison.
We'll have water to clean it off properly.
No, I don't think you understand the issue. I'm worried it's gonna affect the cart.
We just
No, but I poison it. I start melting stuff, and then John flames it. It burns. The
I
poison
feel like
away.
you seem to think that poison is the same thing as acid.
To a degree,
It's
because
not.
we're using it to dissolve skin.
It's not. Okay.
Let's pretend that's how
Poison
that works and
spray has
move
a
on.
con save though.
I mean, you
It's
expect
just-
the
it's
head
just
to
you-
succeed at con save?
No, what I'm saying is like it's because you're inhaling poison.
Oh,
Why is he using it to dissolve heads?
okay, fine. I don't. You can burn
What
it.
kind of toxic shit are you packing there, Lobby?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, even then, don't burn it on the wooden cart.
It's not even like fluid. It's like you're shooting
Gas.
a gas cloud into people's faces.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, then.
A noxious puff of gas.
Whoops.
Wait, do you fire cigarette smoke at people?
Yes. That's why I don't like cigarette smoke. I deal with it enough. My point.
All right. Anyway, can we just we've got the head. We're going.
Yes, let's go.
You're moving on?
No way.
Good.
Hold on, I
Alright.
heard the head saying,
Good.
good, we need to turn back, guys.
I'll kill you.
You can try.
Yeah, you think I won't?
Yeah, I
You
want a
can try.
trap dropped on my ass, don't worry.
Don't worry. We just summon Saint Mark. We'll be fine.
Yeah, you move down this path. Eventually, it starts turning more into a muddy road, and as you go through the trees, you see
I'm waiting for Shade to roll for an encounter.
Sure. You see deep ruts in the earth, which as evidence of comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mists and branches as you pass through these trees suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There's a small clearing here as you approach further.
Yes.
Next to a river that widens to form a small lake several 100 feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. You're probably like you're within distance to see this shit. Mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the rivers and the forest edges.
I hear music and I forgot that I had to stop performing. Let's do it.
He's a bard. He needs to join.
And as you
That's better.
see, just, real quick, get down the entirety of that. Oh boy, that's a lot of things added to the tracker.
Don't worry, my performance is of holy manner. It drives off the evil spirits that plague these lands.
Let me just.
I disguise self myself.
Okay. What are you disguising as I share this?
I'm finding an image.
So, I mean, should we go say hi to them, or what?
I mean,
Kind of some-
we've the whole
So,
told
I
us not to
can-
trust.
Is that another? Oh, that's the DM map. That's
Disguise
why.
myself-
I just shared with you the
disguise
DM
myself
map
as
like a
man
dumb
with
fuck.
with a short cropped sandy blonde hair,
Gotcha.
a black robe with a white shirt underneath, and a green and white hat.
What about are you in the kilt?
No.
Can you do a Scottish accent?
I disguise myself
I just shared
as
the
this.
DM map by accident. Hold on.
He turns into a burly man wearing
There you go.
short buns of hair with a
Oh,
blue
you
and
turned
green.
into Kisuke.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Tuesday, Urahara.
No one would ever suspect a sex.
Let me just.
They'd never suspect a mere Setsu shopkeeper like me to be capable of magic, would they?
Kabap. Look at all these people.
Nukes
What
versus
are these
nukes.
bees? The bees!
Oh man, that's a lot of B's, and there's a bunch of the D's.
Ugh,
The bard.
everyone loves the D.
Send in survey
All the
flyers.
D
and
is
bees
right
keep
by
singing.
the door.
Wait, why are they all hostile towards us?
That's just how they came.
Why are there so many bees?
Also, they don't know you.
I'm more concerned about the bird-looking things. Oh, never mind. They're not
That's so
bird-looking.
tired.
Those
things,
aren't
they're weird
birds.
What are you talking about?
What
Snickles.
birds?
Captain.
Snickle slowly
It's
becoming
small
Android
on my
16.
screen, okay?
Slowly becoming Android 16.
Let me
Wow,
just
those birds are really big.
slowly add everyone to the map real quick.
Those are some
Alright.
really big birds, guys.
So many. So many.
Telling you,
So many.
Snickle is just
we
incarnation of Android 16. I'm just waiting on him to start calling
And let's. Is there a token for? Hold
The
on.
wagon.
Let's get a wagon. Wagon.
people. You.
Fuck.
I
Wagon.
just put Greg there.
Cart.
Speed.
No. Fuck. I'm just gonna get C. That's a
I
lot
mean,
of
there's a wagon.
Pokemon. I'm
There's
looking
a
for
wagon.
C.
Like,
C. C. Fuck it. W. Asshole. Look at all them W's. There's a wagon.
W.
Let's make it bigger.
Look at all those
Shit.
W's.
Thank you.
Wait, why have you not changed your token to look like a key?
Yeah, where's your Kisuke token? Why haven't you disguised yourself as Stanley?
I'm not changing your token every time you want to
Alright,
disguise,
everything's gonna
motherfucker.
kill us. You better prepare for combat.
Like, I think that would have been hilarious.
Ah,
Also, why are these bees so gigantic?
Just kinda...
we made it to the cave. Yeah, what did...
That's a real good question. I'm gonna shrink them.
Like, all
Oh,
I'm
man,
saying
the
is most of us are
bird
normal-sized people.
Most... Hey,
I said
Bar is
most.
normal where she...
Yes, I was talking about Theodore. He's so tiny. Actually, there's Snickle, who's a literal giant.
See, everyone had enlarged used on them. Obviously. Oh, they're still gigantic. Christ.
Everyone get this person.
Working on it.
Sometimes I just forget
Got
we have a giant in the
the-
party.
He's not a giant, he's a Goliath.
Same thing.
No, actually.
I'm only over 7 feet.
Oh,
God.
How tall is a frost giant?
That's not a giant snack. That's a frost giant.
That is a giant. Frost giant's a giant.
But how tall are they, zombie?
I think-
About
Yeah.
18.
No, he's the boss. So of course it's gonna be bigger than everyone else.
Look at them
No.
That's how this
in the
works,
corner.
honestly.
The frost giant is twice as tall as.
Yeah. So there we go.
You
Wait,
see, my
where's the
mama
boss?
was a frost giant.
You got it set for.
A mimic killed a frost giant.
You got it set to M for mini. You need to set it to W for Wumbo. I Wumbo. You Wumbo. It Wumbo.
Whoa.
You should have learned this in high school.
No,
Sadly,
it's
this is
first
basic
grade.
Wumbology.
No, it's
first
easy.
grade.
Wait, guys, it's west. No, it's west. Now it's west. Now it's east. Now it's meast.
Oh no!
God damn.
I could have gone my whole life without hearing the word.
But how? But what a shallow
And now it's a
exchange that would have been.
Three.
Now east. No.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Meast and
Threes.
Threest physically hurt me.
Good.
At least it's not yeast.
Ceased, please.
So why are 3 of the
The
D's still
meat.
big?
Yeah, you're pieced.
Because
Those are
horses
just fat
big.
horses.
Because horses have big knees.
Horses are...
Okay. You're not wrong, but
Holy
But shut up.
go, I have
Man, look at those
237 apples.
thighs. Nicholson.
They had too much McDonald's.
I have too
I
much
haven't had
McDonald's KFC.
Oh my god.
Pop-
Okay.
Halfway through
Iced tea snack.
and tonic.
What was that snack?
He's
What?
snorting McDonald's iced tea.
No, I'm saying, I am slightly tipsy, so.
Uh-oh.
weak.
Wait.
All right. So what are you
Meat.
doing?
Snack.
What are you guys doing?
Snacks get
I mean, John was disguising himself, so I kind of want to see what he does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide in the back of the cart, but also have my bow out just in case.
I heard someone say feast.
Are you
Well,
planning on stealthing or anything?
Yeah, I'm roll that
Or
stealth.
Roll your stealth.
Bars hiding in the meats.
She's distracted by all these words she's hearing.
I'm slowly making them all faction rather than enemies. Too much red.
Bars sinks into the knees.
Stop! What is a meast? Tell me what the meast is. What does that mean?
stands on top of it. She slowly sinks into it. Her eyes are the last thing you.
It's okay,
Meest
only the beast
Urban
of us can
Dictionary.
understand
Oh
it.
no. A meest is a man beast.
So I mean, did they notice our wagon passing by, or is it?
They would certainly see your wagon. They don't seem to really
Care.
take much note.
I'm playing good music in the back.
So I mean, do we want to send an envoy just to say hello to them because they don't seem aggressive yet?
Yeah, they appear to be partying, telling stories, drinking a lot. Most of them
Sounds
seem
like my kind of
intoxicated.
people.
I'm just getting a notes page ready for aliases.
Oh my. What do you guys want to do? I'm gonna eat salt and vinegar peanuts while you.
Salt and
Wow.
vinegar peanut.
They're weird.
I forget, why were we told to go see the Vistani?
Something about the hag.
I'm glad we have
explain
that.
to me again why we're here to see the Vistani.
That was all your choice, guys.
Why are we
Yeah,
here? 'Cause
I
don't
wasn't
remember.
there for it, so.
I don't
I
remember.
don't know. Theodore said we should go through it, and I was like, oh, something must have happened because
Let's just
everyone
kill him.
agreed.
I mean, like, why are we hiding Irene from them if they don't seem threatening?
Because
Oh,
General
it's just-
Because
Vistani
they
is
work for Strahd.
Oh, I see now.
What?
Oh, wait, are they hot? Vampire guys?
So what
Not
can you tell
vampire.
me about Strahd's chair?
Also, that one guy up there in that wagon up on the left side is still a bit bigger.
Yeah, he's the boss.
I thought the other
As-
guy was
as-
the boss.
This is the real big boss.
We're all bosses, but this guy's the bossiest boss. As such, he is, of course. I can sense his bossiness.
Wait,
GM,
I-
correct?
Zombie, I think
So I'm
Of
going to go
course.
up to him first.
Zombie, I think you're profiling. I think this is actually the opposite case where the smallest one is really the boss.
Oh, you're right. And clearly, because he's numbered number 1, it's too obvious that it would be the one in the southeast. So I'm going to go to the one that is in the northern cart. As he is clearly the actual boss, as he is neither number 1 nor is he the largest.
Clearly, we have to make a good impression by performing since they are playing music.
So now, is this the Meest boss or the?
You know, I'm going to roll investigation, insight. Which one of these seems to be the most like leader type of guy?
None of them really stand out from each other.
All right, guys, we're doing this the traditional way then.
Alright.
That is a 3, so I'm gonna go see the big guy.
Okay.
Lion John smokes Luckstat.
As you
We have to outplay the.
as you approach the camp, some of the Vistani, they take notice to you. If your eye even glances them, they raise their glasses towards you.
Oh pie!
Okay, that's a thing to yell at them. Indeed.
It's Opus, man.
I was wondering why he was saying boobs.
Man, Stick's just looking at all those bees up there.
Alright, I walk up to number 3 here, nodding to these people as I pass by, and I walk up to him and I'm going to put my hand out to shake his hand, and say, "Hello, I am Venextos Quizlin, just a humble trader."
I think you forgot an adjective.
A humble sexy.
He looks at you as he's resting back, and he takes a moment and then shakes your hand. Trader, huh? What do you
Yes.
what do you trade?
Oh, all sorts of things, but in particular, I'm currently carrying these, and I will pull out
Cigarette.
I will pull out cigarettes and toothpicks.
Damn it.
I mean, he does have a lot of them.
Because it was zombie, I was waiting on his knife collection to come out.
No, I only have 5 of those. I can't afford to sell any.
He needs to stock up.
He
It's
tilts
dangerous
his
to go alone and take this.
he
What he's really here to do is trade with him to get even more.
he tilts his head. He seems to be more staring at the. If you're, are you presenting any of the? You're presenting these products. He said. These quote unquote products.
Yes.
He glances at the cigarettes, seemingly not actually sure what they are. What are those about then?
Don't you do it. You know a lot of these. Just right one.
I look back to check to see how close Lavia is to me.
So Shizuka just watching this happen.
Lavio roll perception.
Roll perception to see past Theodore. Oh god. She sees everything.
Getting the
All
dirty
right.
eye.
So whatever John's doing,
I look back at Lavia, who's staring directly at me, knowing what I'm about to do, and I
Don't-
wink at her as I walk over,
I'm gonna
And-
mount. Don't you dare.
pull out my pack, take a small twig out of the fire, and light one of my cigarettes with it, and then go. It is a healthful incense.
Put it in your mouth.
Interesting.
Bobby's just gonna start breathing in, out very heavily.
Starts exhaling the poison gas.
And these,
I give
Oh,
him
these are
another
very
really
special. These are
contract
clean
and
utensil
they'll take care of them.
to ensure a fresh, minty taste in your mouth after eating, and to prevent meat from rotting.
I don't know about minty, but those are toothpicks.
Do you not have mint in these parts?
Not a very common thing.
Well, you see, where I come from, mint is a pretty valuable import. But more than that, you can use oils from mint plants to infuse woods. They've done that with these toothpicks, you see. It adds just the slightest hint of mint while you are using them in order to clean out your teeth.
Neat.
Now, of course, I would never stoop to offer you an unfair price. So, if anyone's interested among your group, I'm sure we can work something out. But at the moment, we just need some place to stay tonight.
Well, you're always welcome here.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I didn't look very closely at the name generator that I was using, and I love that when I'm like looking at when I like went in to see what random NPC details it generated for it: alignment, chaotic evil, sexuality, pansexual, profession, salesman, irony, fantastic. Motivated by fear of rejection.
I'm but a fine and sexy trader.
Pansexual.
My God.
Does that
Look
mean
at
you
my
like
wares.
pens?
Let's not go
He
there.
only sells pans.
He doesn't have any pans, he only has cigarettes.
He can't sell the pins, he loves them.
Yeah,
It's
so-
truly a sad story.
I also love that it's advertising a Bleach mobile app to me.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Oh,
Hey!
Despacito.
Bard,
That hasn't become a meme yet. That was a character.
I'm just gonna
Lavia, that's not even a meme yet.
enlarge thine map on the other screen. All right, so yeah, you've got the approval from a Vistani, Captain.
One Vistani.
Vistani captain.
Alright, let's threaten the other ones.
That sounds like a great idea. Idea.
Quick, let's get rid of the other ones. Establish this guy as a hierarchy.
Yes.
Pulls out. So no, I'm kidding.
I will say there's one issue with these children certain types of children tend to be very upset in their presence. As I finish smoking and throw it on the ground, stamp it out, and then walk back over to my group, getting ready to hear Lavia try to lecture me. Good news, everyone. We're allowed in the camp.
Oh.
What's the bad news?
Vara pops up from cards
I
like,
didn't
what?
say there was any bad news.
Oh, you don't know the
we
bad
always say
news.
bad news after the good
So
news.
Shade, what kind of music is playing at this party?
Shade, which way was the wind blowing?
Anyway,
Just Shade, which way was the wind blowing? I need this for my rant.
say like probably to the east or
I had,
something.
I had my back to you, so even if it's blowing towards you, you're being shielded by my body.
Actually,
I'm
how
talking
big is the
about
river?
you.
Probably to the east.
I wanted to know if the smoke bombs a girl.
Well, because you're by
Oh
the bottom.
wait, no. Let's look at the smokestack that's coming from the fire. It's going northeast.
Towards the river.
You're lucky the wind didn't blow the smoke towards you.
So it's going west.
God damn it.
You know I don't like you smoking those around cheese.
Oh dear.
Wait, so we're not killing them? She whispers.
Why were we going to kill them?
I don't know. I got scared and I hid under here and I thought we were gonna kill them.
Why?
No.
Why would you think that?
There's
We're
a
not
lot. There's
all-
been a lot of scary things that happened recently.
We're not all people that go around killing everyone we interact with.
I'm kind of
I
curious.
mean,
We're not Stanley. That's not character. I don't know what Stanley's like in character.
No, you met Stanley, remember? He shot you.
He shot you, but he didn't kill
Oh yeah,
him.
we're not Stanley.
He didn't
Oh,
kill
yeah.
him.
You know exactly
To
what
be
he's
fair,
We're,
doing.
we're the most honorable of people. I
Yes.
wouldn't imagine a single soul of us in the court to do
It's like I
something
can
so-
still hear his voice right now. It was almost like
Uh,
yesterday. He threatened us to get into a line.
To answer the question of what kind of music is playing, it's kind of like a shanty type. It's yeah shanty. If you know what shanty sounds like.
Oh.
Like pirate music.
Yeah. Similar.
I agree. Very, very few people.
What?
Why you say zombie?
Theodore. He says we shouldn't trust them. I agree. I trust very few people.
That's fair.
Of course.
Irina is opting to stay on the cart.
Oh wait, I need to go see if they sell a loom.
Oh, do they have traders?
I tell the kids to have fun. Try not to get in trouble. I don't want to have to try to take the Vistani hostage.
it's okay. I'll be a good babysitter.
Hold up, do they have
We'll
traders
split
here
up
actually?
frozen pizza in like half an hour.
Don't call me a kid. you know?
Sure.
I'm going to try to like go up to Sir before
Okay.
he gets
Okay,
over
good,
there and go, hey, keep an eye on the big one.
Well, that's a fact.
Oh, so that's
Make
Nickel.
sure he doesn't get the others in trouble.
I'm glad
Will
glad
do.
that stream got that, but you guys didn't get that. So apparently I'm getting a pizza.
Oh,
Oh,
Nine.
cool. Can I have a slice?
No.
I was gonna say, did you get any for the rest of the party?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
You
order
share with
me
the
a
rest.
pizza.
Order me. a
Yeah,
pizza.
share with the class.
I'll
Captain
drive 3 hours and
being
share.
a big old dumb snickle. Captain
Yeah.
Snickle. I will
Okay.
And
So
I'm
what's
going
happening?
to head back to the cart. So I'm telling Sir to keep an eye on Snickle, who says he's going to keep an eye on the others, and I'm going back to the cart for the night.
I'll keep one eye on
In
him
the
at all
event
times.
that you have to, in the event that you get yourselves into trouble, just shout flamenco. I'll know what it means.
Why would we want to dance with you?
What?
Flamenco is a kind of dance.
No, he said.
It's a code word.
What's a
Um,
flamenco?
I made it up.
Oh.
but it's a type of dance in where I'm from. But okay.
So I'm at the
All
fire.
right,
ground,
you
see
can
if I
shout dance then.
Dance
So the
fire
code words
dance.
is dance and flamenco?
No.
Do you perhaps happen to sell looms here?
If you get into trouble, just shout something, and I will try to do my best to ensure that we all
The
survive
actual
the
word
situation.
something or
This is getting complicated.
John's getting a real done-up look right now, but he goes, "Yes, that's fine."
I'm at the fire.
Lavia will
Going to the wagon to seduce Irina.
Lavia will grab the teaspoon from the wagon.
Let's do one
Head
at a
over
time.
to the fire to
Okay.
head to the river to get water, and head to the fire to boil the water.
Okay. You asked if they sold looms here?
Do you perhaps possess a looms that you could seek or trade with something else?
No loom. Not that I know of.
Oh, I see. We had a handmaiden on a cot, and she's been a bit without task. I was hoping to find something for her to do.
Irina is cursing you from a distance. Yeah, can't say that we do. Sorry.
That's unfortunate.
Both there.
I'm at the
Actually,
fire.
I'm interested in like Garbo's question from earlier. If they actually do have merchant people here.
Yeah.
Right now, no.
Alright.
Everyone is drunk and probably would make terrible deals, so they're not going to.
Terrible deals for them or for us?
Have enough wisdom
For
not
them.
to. Brilliant.
Their captains are like, "You're not allowed to sell anything to them."
Alright, I'm at the fire trying to mooch food. Does it work?
Their knight will be insist. No, he has no reason to do that.
I'm tuning my viola as
Um.
I'm leaning against the cart.
Wow, that's really out of tune.
That's why I
Dice
have to
Tower
tune
is
it.
back.
We've earned the dice tower back. Yay!
I rub
It'll
myself
be-
down with soap, and
So Greg.
Oh no!
So Greg notices
Oh.
Theodore is trying to sneak up and take from him.
Wait a minute, he's doing stealth?
I'm not okay with that. I'm gonna have Greg swing at him.
Yeah, so you rolled in that one.
You rolled in that one.
Can I roll? Perception?
No. Can you roll perception? Sure. Actually, frankly, you probably wouldn't need to.
Okay. Theodore just really low.
You still beat him.
Wow.
did I
dude.
beat him?
You still beat him.
Wow.
So wait. Greg just try to hit him. He's
Oh, yeah.
gonna keep. What is Theodore gonna do? Is my question.
Just gonna try to
Okay.
smack him with an unarmed, unskinned attack.
I'm just interested to see what Theodore's gonna do now. That at least Greg knows.
No, because Greg is holding the short sword because he just swung it at you.
Oh, he's actually trying to attack.
I'm gonna give it a warning swing. I don't want to hurt him yet, but I'm making it clear it is not going to be protested lightly. Which does the ruckus arouse? Does the ruckus notify Shizuka?
It's happening right next to you, man.
It's
Okay,
happening.
I just want to make sure because I don't know how this shit
You
works.
you would hear the sound of
The
a
rattling of
sword
bones.
being drawn, the rattling of bones, and the slice through the air.
Wait,
Alright.
Could you give me
how
a
did the
moment?
Vistani feel about Greg?
They don't really care. They try to offer Greg a drink at one point.
Shizuka was trying to mooch food. You have angered her while she is hungry. Let me just see what I can do.
Can you give me a moment? Sir Knight Squire puts up a finger to the guy he's talking to. Because he
Okay.
was given an order to keep an eye on.
Yeah, let me see what's best here.
Shade, real quick, is there like a little bit
I have to try and
that
get
Lavia
back.
can hang with the pot over the fire?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. She'll throw the pot over the fire to have it start boiling.
I'm gonna
Well,
grab.
Hey,
I
Shizuka,
know.
what kind of tea do you yell from the side of the Vistani?
Hold on. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get. I'm looking at my character sheet to see what I can do to subdue. Currently, not a lot.
Real quick.
You can
I'm gonna
hit him
grab
with the
Theodore's
sword.
hand
Like
as
I
he's
said,
trying to take the short sword. I'm sorry.
Greg did a warning shot. He has not hit him yet. Excuse you.
Alright.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
grab- You can continue. real
No,
quick.
no, you go ahead. I'm not gonna do
Okay.
anything.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna grab Theodore's hand if I notice he's trying to take the sword, and go. What's the problem here?
Because he seems
I
to.
shouldn't fight in the court amongst each themselves.
I mean, two things, sir. You could have said something because I have two short swords at the moment. And communication does a lot, Theodore. We're gonna have to bring this up with the court. You might be disowned.
Vara crawls over and like climbs up to whisper in her ear, "He can't talk," and then climbs back down and hides back behind.
I mean, neither can Greg. Greg has just been assaulted.
I mean, doesn't mean he can't communicate in other methods that he has proven to be capable.
I was gonna say,
Guys,
I-
it's an honorable mute fight, okay?
Greg still has a sword drawn.
Has the duel been officially challenged? Because
no.
until then, in the blessings of the court,
Shizuka, did you say there's a duel about to happen? Do you
No,
need a glove to whack someone's face with?
Several
Do
Vistani
we
turn
need
their
a
heads at
ring?
the sound of the word duel.
No, Lavia. See, Theodore is being a piece of shit again.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Do you want me to suplex him for you?
Yeah, we might need to put him out for the night.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Lavia
sure we can
will,
resolve this in an honorable manner.
Lavia
Yeah.
will set the little spit down, with pull the pot out of the fire, and walk over with it in her hand.
Sir Knight's gonna put a hand up to stop Lavia from getting past.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if you wanted to hold this for a minute.
He's gonna stop you from getting past. Like, the situation right now is, do not fight amongst each other, friends. I thought you were all part of the same court party. We can resolve this in a more peaceful manner. Come. We
You're right.
do not need to make ourselves look fools in front of these wanderers.
You're right, Sir Knight Squire. That's why we communicate that we want a weapon. Because again, I have two short swords. I could have given him one, had he asked.
But he can't ask.
He has a notepad which he has been writing on this entire time.
You're right.
Which is why I'm kind of like, hey.
I put myself in a position of being a random traitor, so I'm trying to figure out how to like resolve what seems to be a fight amongst like a guard and a like young adult / teenager in our like traveling with me without giving away my persona. You people.
So,
No. The skeleton is who I assume is a guard. Why else would he be traveling with me?
So I want to hear what John has to say on this. I was tempted to call him, but I'm afraid of his morally ambiguous.
Alright, Lavia will turn around and start getting her tea ready.
So one of the closest Vistani to you just approaches, and
Man, if I might talk to you in private.
Nope.
I'm going to try to like kind of walk through here and like grab Theodore by the shoulder while also like batting the sword down as I walk. And try to like drag him over here so we can have a conversation.
Sir Knight Squire will forget to let go for a moment as Theodore is just tugged in between you and goes, "Oh, right."
Ooh.
yeah. So
Or his dad's about to yell at Theodore.
so this
He's gonna get a lecture from Daddy.
this Vistani sort of
Apologies
wraps
for the
both
domestic.
wraps both arms around around Shizuka and Greg's necks, sort of using them to support him.
Oh, hi there. At least take me to dinner before you do this.
She's underage. Don't do it.
Hey, come along. Ooh,
Oh, come along where? Where are you taking the young
I'd
one?
rather you unhand the Empress.
good old
I thought we
Anton's
were
gonna
being
tell a
like
story.
Huh.
How good of a story.
I don't know.
I don't know what's the story.
He pushes himself off and returns back to the campfire.
Okay. I'm interested in the story now.
Now listen, I understand very well that many people are incompetent, and that, in all honesty, it's often best to have everything at your own disposal, but the trick is to not try to take it directly in front of them. The trick is to take it when you'll never see them again.
I'm just waiting for one of these times where Sir Knight gets to put his manacles to use because of this.
So, I mean, I'm like,
There's a reason why I bought 6 of them.
so we are staying here overnight, by the way, right? Because I'm
Are
going
you?
to be real. I'm buying rope after this, so next time this happens, I can subdue Theodore.
I have manacles too, by the way.
You
Oh,
also,
right. That's
you also
And
passed,
rope.
you also passed by gallows at one point.
I cut it though, so
I have rope.
suggesting we go back to the gallows and untie the bodies, the numerous bodies hanging there, and steal
Anyway,
them. How could you, Shade? That's so disrespectful to the dead.
Okay.
it's also a bad idea to steal from people who are armed. There are a lot of lessons here that we can both take away from this situation.
This is out of
But
character.
the primary one is
Oh.
don't steal from people who have been helping to save your life. Even if you're only stealing from the dog that keeps following them around that has a really nice shiny toy. Even if that toy could be really useful. Especially since now we have this weird guy following us around who seems to think that like you guys are nobility or something. Those type of people are the type that would force you into some sort of honor duel or some bullshit over this. What a mess.
Wait, what do you mean? So I'm not a lady?
The moment the word duel came up, he immediately understood every word that was.
I
My
probably should
God.
have been writing it down, but like
So you mean
You
I'm
don't
not a
know
lady
it.
knight?
He shows no signs. even though his armor completely rattles and shakes in a second. And then slowly turns back, pretending like he didn't hear any.
So did you only hear the word duel, or did you like hear the entire conversation?
I know, he heard the entire conversation.
Oof.
Does that mean I'm not a lady knight?
Of course you're a Lady Knight. Lady Knight Vara. You were officially dubbed by the court of Shizuka, weren't you?
I'd like to shout she was. See, Greg did that. Knighted her with that short sword.
The short sword of knighting, and you're trying to steal such a precious artifact from the That's a good treason. You could be hung by that, for that. Like the people of the gallows back then.
Do you think that's where the person
I'm trying to have a conversation with Garbo, but not actually.
I'm watching this. Just...
I mean, if we're to be honest, the situation back there with the witch proved that you could quite easily be. I'm sorry, hag. But she is a witch, let's be honest.
Theater, Sword Knight Squire managed to catch you pretty easily.
I was also going to want to mention, when we were doing the recap of the game and talking about last session, I low-key really wanted to hit both of them with the cart and just run them over.
It's a good thing I was driving.
Yeah. Man, imagine if I was Cavalier. Hey, bitches, how's it going? Rolling up in my Pimmobile, you better run out of the way, or I'm gonna run you.
I'd be ready for Stanley driving the cart.
Oh man, Stanley would definitely run both of them over with no remorse whatsoever. He wouldn't even stop to ask.
I'm gonna go up to Shizuka now. You said you had 2 short swords?
I do.
Would this cover the cost of the other one?
Oh,
I offer you a copper piece.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not sure I can trust him with a weapon.
Can you trust me to trust him with a weapon?
As
You're
you're
going
walking
to drop the pricing
by,
there.
you hear Lavia yell, "Man, he's a hunk of red hair, a rockin' bod, strong hands."
Why are you describing John?
She said strong hands.
I don't know. I think
John,
he has strong
John is
hands.
not weak.
He is just above average.
He is literally above average.
Leans in close to Lavia and whispers in his metal helmet as it reverberates just ever so. What's her honorific title again? Let me pull up my shortcut.
Our Lady Lucha Libre Countess.
Lady Lucha Libre. I didn't know that you had such quite a fetish for people who put you down. Don't worry though. I understand that John puts you down and all.
He has a green sweatshirt. John doesn't green coat.
I heard red.
I said red hair.
Yes, you never said sweatshirt.
Oh. I hadn't
Hunk
gotten
of
that.
man, red hair, rockin' bod, strong hands.
That
As
sounds
John's
like
walking by. And the best part is the Vistani have no clue why John now seems to have blushed slightly as he walked past. And also Essa has a nervous look on his face now.
Wait. She just said a green sweatshirt. As John is currently disguised as a man wearing green. A mere sexy shopkeeper.
I'll have to introduce you to Shio when we get out of this. I think you'll like him.
Anyway,
He's very dense, but he's ho ho ho.
Hon,
Is he a man?
I didn't realize you had a friend.
Nope.
Oh. Alright. I mean,
Sorry.
we can negotiate, John. You're just gonna need to up the price a bit.
Do you wanna roll persuasion to negotiate? How do you want to negotiate, Garbo?
I mean, we can do this, but I'm gonna tell you right now, no matter what, I'm not accepting 1 copper for a short sword.
Zombie, I think what you really need to do is go, I'm here to haggle. I'm here to bargain.
Garbo, I'm here to bargain.
Lol.
I have a limited amount of funds, and I don't want to spend them all. Is the thing, and I don't want to tell you exactly how much money I have.
That is
Because-
fair. Do you have any valuable goods to trade?
You know, how I know this really is shot.
I have a shovel.
Is
Shia
this
doesn't
Shizuka's
need
in to get John
money for
cigarettes?
swords.
This
I
is
have a
her entire
shovel.
plan to rob him of all his cigarettes. I can see it now.
Actually, no. Because he'll just buy more, and I know it.
But they don't
Does
exist here.
Theodore like write that he's offering 15 gold?
Does he just hand it to her and she goes, ooh, free money?
In front of all the Vistani.
If he writes it, I'm just gonna motion him to we're gonna walk behind the wagon, Theodore.
I know why he is too. I'm looking at the current cost of a short sword.
Okay. Now you hand me the 15 gold, and I'll go give her the 15 gold.
I'm not sure how much a short sword costs. I only ever buy long sword.
Let this happen, and then I'll tell you the cost.
Do you need another one, Sir Spire? I picked one up, but I have no use.
More long swords would always be a good thing, just in case I lose on the way.
Alright, now how do I drag this to you?
I've forgotten, honestly.
On the inventory thing, take the dragon symbol
Mhm.
and drag it onto
their
the
token.
person. Yeah. Okay.
Did you get it?
So, I walk
Yeah.
around with the 15 gold and go, all right, my limit is 15 gold, but I'm willing to pay less.
I'll take 7 out of a show of good faith, but if he tries to take from me or Greg again, it will be your responsibility to stop him.
I don't think I got it.
It's 10 gold for a short sword, by the way. This is why I'm like, oh, 15 sounds good.
Is it on your sheet still?
It is.
Snack, the longsword still on your sheet.
No, I got rid of it.
If that sounds
Oh,
fair to you anyway,
It
John.
should have just transferred if you actually dragged it onto me.
Oh.
Alright.
Nah, it's
So
fine,
I
I'll
hand
go ahead and
you
just-
7 gold, and then Theodore sees me very clearly put 8 gold in my pocket.
No, you have 2 longswords now.
I go.
Yeah, I know. I have 2 longswords because I changed it to 2.
Okay.
I think everyone involved has learned some valuable lessons today.
Don't give you any money?
That's a good lesson to learn. Don't give other people money. Should be a good lesson. Also,
Always highway rob you of everything you own if you don't start.
you have to understand, Theodore. If you came from some of the places I've been to, there would not have been a person lecturing you. They would have been taking off fingers or a hand.
By the way, there's the sword. It's on the cart, though, by the way, so I actually can't give it to you physically.
You know, this is a really nice story that Anton's trying to tell.
Yeah, we should go check that out, but first we have to handle some in-party matters. DM.
Don't you love a shade for derailing these campaign sessions so long on random?
Alright, you guys have fun with your story. John is walking over this way, rubbing himself with soap, and rolling a toothpick around in his mouth to try to freshen his breath.
He's gonna
Oh
run
my
out
God.
at some point.
Alright, now we're ready for story time.
Okay. So you gather around the campfire to sing your campfire song.
See, you think I'll run out, but I have 1,000 toothpicks.
Which is why I'm not
This this man stands above all the others, all the other drunken Vistani. Also very drunk. Like, visibly, he's basically wasted. A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasants' army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body to see if, he had anything of value, but the river Ivlis had already spirited him away.
I'm gonna have to go create something.
The other Vistani cheer. This man named Anton, whom I'm going to name a drunk Vistani 11 Anton. His name is Anton. Hello, Anton.
Hi, Anton.
Hi, Anton.
Greg waves.
Here's my reaction to the end of that story.
Sounds like a challenge.
Oh wait, why did they call the skill? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The skill-
Sounds like a
oh,
plot
no.
thread.
It sounds like we have a vampire wizard potentially.
Nothing John can't handle.
We've already killed
Ah.
vampire. But now this one has magic.
Oh, I know this.
Anton looks to you. You lot must be new around here.
Not particularly.
I haven't seen you before, so you're new.
Can't argue
Haven't
with
seen
that
you.
logic.
Well, I haven't seen you before, so maybe you're the new one.
Now,
She's got a point.
have you all spoken with Madame Ava yet?
Who?
Madame Ava.
Jinx, you owe me a tea.
Oh,
You guys don't know Madame Ava.
who's Madame Ava? Sir Knight Squire?
I
Yeah,
mean,
yes,
he's gonna
it's
tell
good.
you anyway.
No, please tell us.
She's the storyteller. Just a damn fantastic one. Practically feels like she knows the future sometimes.
Oh,
She's quite.
But does she really now?
Yeah. If you want to see her, he points to the largest tent closest to the water.
Whoosh.
I feel you guys really should take a look at this Madame Ava.
I'm currently over by the wagon. Is anyone going to come and tell me?
No.
Sure, I will actually.
oh god.
Alright,
What
how-
I think you're doing, Bobby.
How successfully am I seducing Irina so far? And by that I mean all I've actually done is I walked in, greeted her, like raised the lights a little bit so that it's easier to read, and then sat down to read a book and kind of quietly taught to her. Listen, seduction. People think that seduction is all about like just being very aggressive, but no, it's about really building a relationship between you and the other person, so that you can have sex with them and then forget about them entirely.
God damn it, John.
Roll straight charisma with disadvantage.
I can't wait.
I choose to use inspiration to make it a straight charisma roll.
That's where he's
Sure.
Oh,
God.
it was worth it.
I'm waiting for that 20, but this is still pretty good.
As you talk, her eyes seem to linger on you longer than they would. Close ball.
Well, I knew women were loose these days, but I didn't think they would go out on the street telling you to take them.
Allow me to set up a Irina affection point system. With
I was rolling for Irina.
anyway.
Third wheel squire.
Solely on seducing her.
So I'm waiting for
I'll use it to seduce other people too.
I can't wait for Sir Knight Squire just to kill the mood right there. It's gonna happen.
Clunk, 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 clunk. Runs over. Opens up the car. John! I'm being kind here. I'm giving you the opportunity to respond.
Did you just call me John?
Yes.
God damn it.
I disguise self again and step out, and I go, I'm afraid John is busy. How can I help you?
We're currently going over to a fortune teller that the entire party is going over to her, that the gypsies has told us about, after an interesting story of
Someone's
of
fire
the
alarm is going off.
Yep.
smoke alarm.
Yep. Hold on.
Hold on, Shade's house is burning down.
God damn it, Shade.
That's
Why?
what I'm going to be asking the fortune teller lady here.
Shade, why didn't you turn the oven off?
God damn it, Shade.
Because he ordered a
I ordered
pizza and
pizza.
forgot that he turned the oven on.
Alright, you know what I'm going to be asking Lady Ava, right?
No, I do not.
Well, me and Shia end up together.
God damn it.
Why don't you just start picking up roses?
How many times do I have to have sex with Shia before he loves me instead of Reen? Or,
I'm just-
or
Wait.
Reenia.
I'm just
What?
waiting because it's gonna be like you only get one free fortune, Lavia, immediately.
I like how you phrase that as how many times you'll have to have sex with him, as if the first time isn't enough to complete. Wow, you must be really lame. Like women say that like a lot of men just aren't that great when it comes to it, and they're just there to finish. But like, obviously, it must be the other ways around in this situation. If it takes multiple times before it can finish.
I mean, have you seen Emiya's endurance?
Yeah.
Levi probably knows.
Say, I just read an H scene yesterday. Shade was there.
She was the...
He was.
Dumbass burned the pizza.
Oh.
Shade, I have a question.
What's the question?
What is Rin's, not Rin, the name of them?
Reenia.
Ron.
Ron.
Ren.
Ren.
Run.
Ren? Ren. There we go.
Ran.
No, Ren.
Ren.
W-R-E-N.
Sure.
Win.
How do I steal Shia from Ren? I'm gonna run in there.
John.
Okay. So what's going on?
Okay,
John
so
is
John
gonna go
has
in.
redisguised. Oh, John has redisguised himself and is like, John is busy. How may I help you? Oh, we're getting our fortunes told. Cool. Let's go.
Yeah. I figured this would be something that you would be interested in, considering that Strahd was mentioned as well as the story of the wizard, the
Just
one
wait.
from that vampire boy.
I'm always fascinated by fortune tellers.
Just waiting to go. Will John ever be happy?
Would John ever find true love?
What is happiness?
He found true love. It's just dead now.
Will John ever find love
I
that
killed
will
it.
die on him horribly, miserably?
Will John ever have a real family?
Will John ever have a
Doesn't
real
die.
family that he's there for?
Or that's there for him anymore?
The party's a real family.
Okay. I'll give it to you eventually, but not right now.
Most of us haven't tried to hurt you recently.
Give you the good
John
news.
has kids. He abandoned them and failed them as a father. He also lost a lot of sets of parents.
And to his wife.
I have pizza now.
And a wife.
So you gonna give us some shade?
No.
Shade, why do you hate us?
So Shade.
Several
Is-
reasons.
Lavia
Snickle
will
not
go in
joining us?
first. No, he's trying to seduce end on.
Seducing the bard.
Okay.
I planned on joining, but it's moving the.
He's this way. He's over here.
Okay.
Lavia will go in first. She knows what she wants.
Okay. So,
I try to determine before I go in, like, the line of sight of Drunk Vistani 10 and Vistani Captain 2 to see whether or not, in the event that I were to slip up to the north of the tent and remove my deactivate my disguised self, if I could slip back into the tent without being directly seen by them or like the other group of people, or rather just by them as I'm untransforming. Now that I think about it.
Vistani 2 is faced away from you, and the drunk Vistani don't really care.
Okay. That means I get 2 fortunes told. Double the value.
He'll just.
So are you
John
going
will just
in
keep slipping
as...
out and into the tent as he keeps disguising as different people?
Are you going in as this, as John
As the
first? or-
merchant.
As the merchant first? Alright. So. You enter this tent, and in it you see magic flames that cast a reddish glow over the interior of the tent, revealing a low table covered in black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. At last you've arrived.
Say I want to barge into the tent now? Indeed I have.
You see...
Wait, did you say
There-
Grandma,
does
are you
she-
gonna kill this woman
does
too
she-
now?
Does she have... Hold on. I'm gonna see if she has an image. Eva. Yeah. No, she doesn't. She doesn't have art.
She's not born enough.
She doesn't have a
Apparently-
face.
You think she would be.
How do you spell it?
Oh, what?
How do you spell the lady's name?
Madam Eva.
EDA.
EVA, yeah. I think she gets a... in the Ravenloft expansion for Neverwinter, she has a character model. But not in the default module.
I'll be right back since I'm not on the tent for this yet.
I found something.
Found something?
I found something.
Oh, good. What's this something? Send me the something.
Send pictures.
That's fucking creepy.
Oh hey, it's an old lady. It's another hag, you guys. Put it down.
Showing on stream real quick. There's Madam Eva. Wow, she's creepy. She's
Let's
gone.
go with putting her down.
Oh. Okay.
Not actually. I'm not saying that out loud.
Okay.
You just
So-
don't appreciate beauty.
I don't.
Madam Ava is true beauty.
Say, does this mean John considers her an actual woman? Just establishing the canon.
Grandma.
I mean, she is a woman.
Why does that woman have?
I'm not quite attracted to her. There's a bit too much of an age gap for John's taste.
Okay.
You don't know.
God damn it. The old priestess forces.
Wait, what the hell? She has a token. Hold on. She has a token,
What?
but now I'm bothered. Here,
Why are you bothered?
look at that. Look at that.
Oh, it's the thing I sent.
Look at that token.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's Madam Ava. Ah,
Hey, I can control Madam Ava. Whoops, I picked up Greg.
No.
I hold true power here. No, I've lost my power. I can't manipulate the GM's NPCs anymore.
Oh no.
manipulate the NPCs
I could have used
to
Madame
create
Ava to make
life.
the Vistani give me all of their money.
I had the old fortune teller 8 horses.
I'm the old fortune teller, Madame Ava, and I say give all your money to a man by the name of...
So
Yes,
No.
hello, I'm John.
is the
Mistress Centipede, you multi-legged bitch. You were going to eat those horses.
but okay. Bye.
Goodbye, Vara.
Alright, Lavia will just
I guess.
basically
Okay.
slide in front of the table.
Happy
as a kid on Christmas.
As you all enter, she says a little thing. Yes, Vara, Crowley. A shame what happened to your village.
Oh. She's not even in the tent and she's already talking at her.
Hmm.
She's on my back.
I think we're all
Yes.
in the tent.
No,
Figure out
there's
the
not enough
inside.
space.
We're on the inside, Trevor.
Ah, yes.
We don't need to be in combat squares.
No.
We can occupy.
Not in this case. Only when you're actually in combat.
Yeah. Like if somebody's doing sick like kick flips with a sword, I'm gonna leave them 5 feet of space between me and them.
Alright, continue.
Lavia Galitza Edelgard. Stuck in a different world, I see.
Oh.
Hmm.
How much do you know about my work?
Not much. I see flashes.
Do you see Shia?
I don't.
Red-haired boy with swords?
Possibly.
Oh. Tell me more. Everyone step away.
That's some pretty impressive cold reading there.
Indeed. John.
Isn't he still disguised?
Oh, I'm still disguised.
Yeah, okay, just making sure.
I'm still not impressed. I mean, Sir Knight Squire shouted my name over there. Out of character. I'm still not all that impressed by this. No one could fool me. I know this is all fake.
Say no one can lie to John for a reason.
Man, is this a joke? Where's the camera?
I've encountered many so-called psychics before. They're pretty good. They're almost as good as me, but I know their tricks.
How is your... How are your multiple children?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Fine, thank you. A singular drop of sweat begins to bead at the back of John's neck. Maybe this person's for real. They're not a psychic, they have magic.
Hmm. Snickle Svent Mountain Trekker.
That's me.
Steel-fearing mimics.
Those things are everywhere.
I forgot his family was killed.
Okay,
by
that's just easy.
Has John seen He's Afraid of Mimics yet?
I've heard it.
Okay.
He has ample
It's
time to have
yeah,
heard.
like every 5 minutes, every time you encounter a door, every time you walk by an object,
It's a good thing these tents don't have
Snickle,
doors.
even if he doesn't try to stab it, I bet that's a mimic.
Said it. Good thing tents don't have doors, Snickle, huh?
Shizuka Nerimaki. You need a
She's good.
you need a god for what you've done to that skeleton.
But I am a god.
Greg is fine. Greg nods. This isn't up to Greg's personality to nod. He's nodding because I want him to nod.
Time for her to say this is right Squire's full name.
Yeah, I command it.
Hmm.
Clearly she's a fake.
Looks
She can't.
beamingly at her. You can't see his
This
face.
is John's like, this is the real.
What? You, armor. Sir Knight, Squire, Anthony, Andrew, Jackson, William, Garfield, Peter, Marigold, Mary, Margaret. Sorry, this is me. Margaret, Maryryn, Marydrid, Ebony, Pendleton, Peridot, Pennygold, Wolfenschlegen, Steinhausen, Bergerdorf, Prince Edward, Trudy, Theodore III. Can you just stop?
I don't understand what you mean.
Don't worry about it.
No, I must demand on my honor, and the honor of the princess that I once was engaged to.
Sure you were. And Theodore. You're not looking as bad as you used to. So, how are you all?
I'm doing quite well. It's good to see you.
I'm tired.
I want to go back home.
Indeed. I imagine you all would like to leave this place. One way
I'm
or
having
another.
a fine time actually.
I'd rather we just.
This is honestly kind of a vacation. I've only had to kill one thing in the last 24 hours.
Who was that?
It was a hag.
No, you didn't kill her.
I mean,
Wait, he
I
hasn't
didn't.
killed anything.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Either way, I'm sure you may have been informed, or maybe not, of what I do.
You tell fortunes.
You
This-
predict things based upon pre-existing information.
You think so?
Either that or you use magic. I'm familiar with both kinds of psychic. And John actually lifts his fingers up in air quotes.
Well, she produces a small black deck of cards that appear to be worn. I assume is
Oh,
that
you
a yes?
challenging me to a game? I pull out my playing card set.
I was gonna say Vara has a deck of
Yes.
dual monsters.
These are cards of a very different caliber.
Get Vara's dual discount.
Do they have high life points?
You made the mistake of giving us a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, Shade. This is your
Yep.
fault.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I
Like
wouldn't
how
have known
everyone's
what life points were
reaction to
otherwise.
her pulling out cards is, I will pull out my own set of cards.
Oh, what is it?
I see, this is a three-way duel. I'm sitting here playing
I'm
Dragon
gonna
Chess.
look around,
Sir Knight Squire, I think this is the duel you were talking about with Greg.
and then
Oh!
turn to John and whisper,
I see.
"We leave her alone in the cart. We'll see if
Wait,
you're
what?
okay."
Oh, it rolled the wrong one, or whatever.
Sorry, what did you say, Snack?
I look around and then I notice I'm here. And then I turn to John and go, "Really? Leave the cart alone?"
Should we send Vara to the cart?
Hmm. Perhaps one should guard the girl.
I shall go.
Oh, okay then.
Thank
I
you,
don't
sir.
believe in. I don't really
Laura's
believe in
hanging
what
on to
you're.
her.
Yeah, I don't really believe in what you have to say.
John believes she's a strong woman.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and I think I'll go and help them.
Are you certain? Okay, bye.
Okay,
Are
bye.
you sure? Do you want to hear about what happened?
Tell me
No.
something. Tell me something that doesn't involve predicting very small, surface level things about me. Maybe you can see through my disguise. Maybe you've heard of me.
I don't know who you are. I just know that you are John Smoke.
Say something to prove my identity to me. I'll point out that John Smoke is actually an alias. He doesn't remember his real name.
Oh shit, I was supposed to come up with one, wasn't I? Fuck.
It's like, let me be clear. This kid got lost in the woods at a young age, adopted by bandits. He doesn't have a real name that he knows.
Eh.
Tell
That's
me
fine.
proof of who I am, internally screaming.
I don't know. Who am I? Life is a boat.
Life
I
is a
don't know
boat,
why
and
I
I'm
really
just a
am.
random drifter on its shore. Sitting on the side.
Every day I have to find a new way to survive a new and
And his
fresh
name
hell.
was
Oh,
King
I'm
Toad.
boned. Ooh, my soul dark. Nobody knows who I am.
Well, okay. Yeah, and I should note I don't really receive much more than visions of your name, your general appearance. There's nothing more that I can really say to prove who you are. Other than looking upon you, I know.
But you've already been fooled, and I will drop my disguised self. Because I am John Smoke. But you saw the wrong me. You're a charlatan.
God damn it. Oh.
You're an interesting character. She starts playing a little bit with the deck of cards, already laying them out in a certain pattern.
See, I'm just worried for Shade.
Watch
Worried
her
that
like a
Shade's gonna
hawk.
start. I'm worried that Shade's gonna start throwing death flags here. Oh, and you die horribly, John.
Yes, of course.
Haha, that's why Sir Knight Squire left. He's playing the long game.
It's okay. After all of this, Nichols getting married. It was his last day of retirement.
No.
That's what I'm
I've
worried about.
avoided my future by not getting it read, and so has Bar.
You took my backpack.
See, I want to know if I can take a certain comfortable sitting throne for myself.
Well, I know the opinions of the rest of this one here. Regards, John. But I assume the rest of you would like to leave this place.
I would.
there's only one way to really get out. Well, multiple ways, but it still regards the same person.
John begins to look for where the begins to listen carefully for the Vistani that are coming to execute us.
Wow, man.
You don't go and say there's only one way out when you're in a camp with a bunch of your minions. We're about to die.
The one who lives in the castle controls the mists. Only he can let you out. Or, if he were to meet a particular fate, you would be free to go, and so would the rest of the people of Barovia. At least those who still have souls. Now, I have a belief that whatever lays in these cards may be a hint towards your escaping from these cursed lands. If you may wish to partake, then I will gladly tell your fortune.
Sure, I'm
Fabio
down.
will scoot the fuck up. Be like, tell me my fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she
I want to know if I can steal Shia. That twin-tailed whore, Ren.
Oh wow, you're throwing out names now. This is the cat claws coming.
I know.
Alright then. Let me just... So, you see her draw... Yeah, she has cards drawn in a... With 5 cards total. 4 circled around 1. She flips the leftmost card. Heck in. You see. That.
Oh.
Oh.
This card. This
It's
card.
like one of those alien guys from Star Wars.
Oh, the Udapowan.
Yeah.
This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. 1 second while I tell you what that means real quick.
Just telling us the tarot cards.
I mean, hey,
What?
it's
Oh wait, my bad. It's an 8.
The fortune teller googling what tarot cards mean.
what you seek. What you seek lies in a pile of treasure beyond a set of amber doors. She goes to pick up the topmost card. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. She flips the card. That is a weird name.
I only have the bishop right now.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah.
Snack, just check the chat.
I didn't mean to share the chat. At the chat. If I
Ren,
shared the chat,
multi-legged bitch.
hold on.
God damn it.
See this?
Oh
Never
crap,
heard of
it's
it.
not a 5-sided die.
D10.
Sure.
Ah, you're lagging.
Where is Look for a den of wolves in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. The treasure belongs to Mother Night. She draws. Well, she puts her hand on the rightmost card. This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight.
Fuck is love. Can I get out of character? Slavia, can I get that?
No, just give it to
I
Greg.
accidentally.
Greg has to be the holy avenger here.
Give him the holy weapon. What could go wrong?
Oops.
Rumble
I need-
table.
I need to redraw that because I drew from the wrong deck.
So what you're saying is we will find the sun in a pile of treasure, guarded by wolves of Mother Night, in a mountain.
I feel like you won't.
overlooking a mountain.
I feel like you weren't properly listening, but whatever.
I can tell you I'm not because I'm not there actually.
Ah, fuck.
Can you write? Can you shoot me?
I'll send you guys the actual what she fully says after this, just
Okay.
in case you missed it. She flips the card and you see how many. You see this. I see a
Oh,
dark.
another 5.
I see a dark room full of bottles. It is the tomb of a guild member.
Oh.
Yeesh. Don't worry about it.
Oh boy, we need to kill someone to fulfill the prophecy.
What do we
She
need to fulfill the prophecy?
places.
Well, actually, we already have a dead party member. We're good.
She places her hand down on the lowest, on the bottom card. Flips it. Okay. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. Fucking. Of course, I get the one that I get the Raven, the one that's bloody, that has multiple things called Raven.
Good.
To look
Oh
up.
no, it doesn't have a number.
It's
I
a
can't
king.
roll
It does.
anything.
It doesn't need to have a number. Find the leader of the feathered ones who live among the vines. Though old, he has one more fight left in him. And finally, she lays her hands on the middle card. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. She flips it. And he lurks in the depths of darkness, in the one place to which he must return. She lays her hands on the table. And she takes a deep breath. How's about that? I believe I have told you all that I can.
Wait, where's the last card?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Sorry.
The Dark
Oh.
Lord.
Oh, we must seek help from a dark lord.
Oh, don't worry. That's just Greg's future.
That's
Edgar,
what Greg-
Edgar walks out of the mist at the last second in the fight with Strahd. He's become a Dark Lord of
He has
Raven.
one last fight left in him.
Like, Cheyenne's reality marble is gone. Strahd is they've tried to kill Strahd at work in the reality of marble, but it didn't work. All seems lost. Then the mists suddenly show up in the castle as Edgar walks out with
Strahd's head.
Good.
all that
I'm gonna need to
What's
skin
the name of
Just
your
admit.
companion again? Your companion,
Lenore.
Lenore,
Lenore.
with a completely different Lenore.
How many Lenores has he been through by this time, zombie?
How many bodies has he gone through? How many times has his sister died on him?
How many Lenores has it been?
You just see a female following behind him, and he goes, "Lenore, it's time to kill another one."
Another Strahd.
You just see a male following along behind him, and he just goes, "Lenore, it's time to kill another one."
Oh wow, he's developed a food trap. Yeah, just hasn't.
A food
A
trap.
boss dealer?
He uses an alternate Strahd. Bring back Lenore.
Alternate
measures
reality
time,
Strahd
Lenores.
to bring back Lenore. Kill Strahd.
Now don't mind me
This
while I
time-
actually write down these things real quick.
I'm gonna be going to the restroom. I'll be back.
Is there anything else you need me for?
Mhm.
What would it cost for a divination?
Oh god, run.
I'm afraid
No,
I...
it's random. Jeez.
What'd you say, Snick? You're a little far from your mic.
Yeah, he's pretty quiet.
Sorry. Do you have any health potions or anything we could buy?
I have any merchants.
I don't believe we have any on us, I can't say.
Oh, darn. Okay.
They're not a very common item here.
I
Unfortunately.
mean, I thought a big group of traveling merchants would have lots of stuff.
From time to time, but potions have never really been our strong suit. At least
So
not this camp's.
So now, how would you rank
Hold
the comfortability of that chair of the one we are supposed to kill in this prophecy you've given us?
I can't see what the seat looks like, so I can't tell myself if it's a comfy seat. Is it leather? Is it fabric?
I'm gonna need to know if I'll need to buy a new chair when I take over, or...
I mean, it may resemble Strahd's throne.
Alright, but now do you think it's a comfortable throne? How
Do you think we
stylish is
should
it?
go ahead and like overhaul and do a bit of redecorating?
Are we gonna
Is it
need
a
to
marble
remodel the
city?
castle?
I don't...
God dang it.
This is
Could I?
this is
could I have-
beyond. My abilities do not get such small details such as that.
John, I think you're right.
You expect? Okay, listen. You expect me to know the comfortability of a chair in a picture?
I mean, this is important.
I'm sure it is.
I don't think he spent a lot of time sitting on his throne.
It's a woman.
Oh,
In both
I
cases.
mean, look at their face. Just judge it by how smug and satisfactory their face is. They look serene.
in all
Like,
honesty,
mm.
I thought Garble was talking about Strahd again.
Oh. I mean, I want to take his throne. I haven't seen Strahd. I barely know what he is.
How much would it cost for a private divination?
Hold on, I'm eating pizza.
That's a very crunchy
Always
pizza.
costs a little extra.
Sounds like
Did you order it with extra croutons?
It's very crunchy.
very crunchy.
You know
man.
that you know that burnt pizza I mentioned?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What'd you
Oh wait,
do?
was that why your fire?
That is why my
alarm
fire alarm
went
went off, because the one who was
You
making the
literally
pizza.
burnt the pizza in the oven.
There's an oven down here.
Zombie
Oh.
wasn't wrong. The oven did cause it to go off.
And the fire alarm is right above the oven.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious because I went.
I want to note that yes, this is in fact coming from the guy who called her a Charlotte because he's got some like personal flaws.
I mean,
I need to know if my dead wife is in hell.
I need to know if my wife is in
and
hell.
I
Need
still
to
want to
know
know
if
if that
so
twin-tailed
bad
bitch
that
gets him
Logan's
in
a
the
devil.
end.
I'm sorry. That's. I apologize. That is not entirely where I specialize.
Will I ever find true love?
You can see like pictures, right? You say, do you see a picture of hell in my future? Do I look happy or unhappy there?
Your particular future is.
Unclear.
Very unclear.
What about me? Do you see with a red-haired man who has a bunch of swords everywhere?
She.
Imagining on Lovia's head is the image of like one of those romance novels.
John
with
is
a really buff
thoroughly
guy.
convinced that this was actually a complete waste of time. For a while there, he was starting to believe in it, but he's out. He.
All right.
But
I think
Lavia
I
has
was-
like the whole.
It's not hard. John's of the opinion that he is going to end up in hell, no matter what he does. It seems to be his fate. And this lady's like, "Oh, it's terribly vague. I have no idea."
In her head, she's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with this man?"
So far, she's got a high opinion of this party.
But Lavia is like imagining her and Shiro on a hilltop with like the whole like shining background and the flower theme.
I'm thinking like in Lavia's head is the image of like one of those very typical romance novels.
Yeah, that exactly.
Where it has like the cover art of that really buff guy with flowing locks and like a sword as he's holding it and holding the maiden in his arms. That has very
That's exactly
voluptuous-
what Lavia is.
Don't worry, I actually have this. I just went on the Sakura date in Hollow Ataraxia today. And so the whole thing is this very fancy dinner in the Einsburn Castle, served by Ilya's maids.
Can you put it in the chat?
Let me see if I can get an image
Do
of
that.
it.
Yeah, do that.
I would like John's like, "I know I'm going to hell. If I'm in hell though, I'd still be happy as long as I was with my beloved."
I think you're overestimating the abilities of a fortune teller stuck in a dread domain.
You just
No,
have
you
to see a single picture of me in hell.
for
That's
your
fine.
own happiness instead of somewhere else, maybe better than hell.
There's no way I end up outside of hell. I'm convinced that that's where I'm going. I can't change it.
I'm specifically talking about your wife in this situation.
I know my wife's in hell.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Yeah,
worry, he's already aware.
That one I'm very certain of, and I'm not certain that there's any way out for her. If there was, I'd be spending my time trying to figure that out.
Have you?
I tried. I spent some time on it.
Define some.
Like a year or two, and then I realized that yeah, trying to get someone out of hell, not exactly an easy task.
I think you're just gonna need to go on this adventure and then level up some and to gain some experience in life, and then go back and fiddle him to the
death.
Fiddle him to the death.
Yeah.
I stole that from a minor devil, compared to trying to traverse hell.
You're just gonna need to slowly start fiddling your way up the demon chain or the devil.
I don't even,
And,
I don't even have
take
proficiency with perform.
So Jade, what does Madame Ava say?
In response to you,
Yeah.
this redhead you speak of, he's unclear to me. It's almost like he exists, but doesn't at all. Strange.
I am seeing a white-haired girl. I try to look.
There it is. This is the best I can find on Google.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Oh boy. Which one is it at?
Just Strahd chat.
Okay.
I've got it. It's a very elaborate scheme. Sure, it's uncomfortable.
Yes, perfect.
Of course.
Thank you for your time.
Ooh, ooh.
And she
So
will
what about me?
poutedly walk out and head with the rest of the party.
Hmm.
Now remember, Nico has been being read romance stories by Var and traveling together, and that's all she.
By the way, Jade,
Hey,
what about that earlier conversation I was having with our dear handmaid when I went to go check up on her?
This
Harry's
sounds like a conversation I don't want to have.
I mean, Lady Handmaiden, are you right? Passed by while we were away.
Shut up, water cooler.
Shut up, water cooler? Did she just call me a water cooler?
Absolutely. No.
Does she know what a water cooler is?
It's a thing that cools water.
Actually, just thinking this, since there's clean water here, it's probably a good time to refill things like water skins. Is the river clean? I just want to make sure.
Lamia was doing that, except for just tea.
Yeah, she was making tea, so she was at least boiling it.
See, what you don't know is there's Strahd parasites that cannot be boiled out of water.
Oh no.
Oh.
Lavia.
That's why you don't just boil it, you also filter it. Jeez.
You also fire off radiant energy into it.
Yeah.
You also make it holy and blessed.
John, we need your fingers.
We need your magic hands.
We need your 3 fingers.
All right, let's get this over with. What do you want to say to Irina?
I already said it.
What did you say?
Okay, I'll go back and read it off. Zombie read it off. Just a moment. Lady Handmaiden, are you alright? Has anyone passed while you're away?
Not that I saw.
Although,
Just-
how this party is, I wish I have the pass.
Just a bunch of those Vistani. They're
Oh, good. No one has come.
no.
That's quite fortunate. If you don't mind, we'll just sit here and wait for the others.
Okay.
Now roll a constitution-based performance check.
What are you doing? Are you seeing how long you can go for? On what?
Don't worry about it.
I'm sucking dick? No.
Don't worry about it.
There's something missing in that case.
I mean, if anyone, it's gonna be John rolling it, and Irina.
Okay.
All right. Let's let's bring. All right. So you're all. Is Snickle sticking back with the?
Oh.
Yes, Nicole was gonna ask him about his true love, and then never got an answer because everyone started talking.
One
It
day.
doesn't exist. Solution.
One day?
Yeah,
One day.
there's no such thing as true love. Every
does it
time that
look
you
like?
find happiness, they die.
Maybe.
Or are killed by a devil and condemned to hell for all of eternity. And you know you're also going there, but you'll probably be separated.
By one of the circles. Maybe
Apparently John
multiple.
just needs to learn some necromancy. I can't be separated from Greg.
Stay your focus on leaving this land, and perhaps you will find someone. I'd like you to roll an insight check.
Fucking, he gets an actual fortune. She's over here going, my crystal ball is too muddy for you.
I can't see how comfortable
You're
this air
too
is.
filthy
Oh,
for
wow,
my
I'm
crystal
well
ball
on my
to the
inside.
sun.
I mean, to be fair with John, that's okay. That makes sense.
She's
I can't tell how
so
comfortable the chair is.
she's being vague as fuck. So she's not really telling the truth in that regard. She has no idea if you'll find true love.
So you
Like,
don't
so
actually know.
Well,
Shush. Well, I'm not really that kind of fortune teller. I'll be honest with you.
so John, she couldn't see anything.
From a hair color or
Shia,
something, you saw a red-haired guy for her.
I swear,
she-
Nick is just the right amount of volume and like mic clarity that he almost sounds like he's just some random video playing in the background. and some people are-
So,
But,
by the way, Shade, can you send the map again? I got kicked for some reason.
You fool.
You foolish
Nick.
fool.
Why am I on?
She
Oh,
saw. She didn't see a redhead, white-haired lady wearing all red.
I didn't say anything like that.
I know. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I was
you-
told.
You're the one that said that. You
You're
fool.
making your own fortune.
So she saw Karen?
Yeah.
Karen.
Ah,
Yes, Karen.
obviously Karen is the person you end up with.
And
instead.
it's not the Karen you're thinking about. The can I ask for your manager, Karen?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you end up with a Karen. Got it.
Not the Karen Garbo always spells it out.
But
I
Shade,
purposely do that.
Karen with a C. Got it.
I just refuse to acknowledge when Haitha corrects me now.
So, what are you saying, Snack?
You would just piss him off.
did you said there was something making it so she couldn't see him, right? Like he existed and didn't exist at the same time.
Yes, that's what she said.
Is that why? Does he do that for the reason I'm thinking?
There is a reason for it.
Does it have to do with the character he's based off of?
No.
Or
Is
in
it
his
because he
story?
has no soul?
Is it
Totally.
because he
Is it
uses a sword?
ginger?
You can ask all you want. I'm not gonna give you a proper answer.
Damn. Okay.
Everybody thought Shiro lost his soul because of being consumed by the Grail Mud, but no, Shiro lost his soul because he never had one to begin with.
No, he was a denizen
See,
of Barovia,
Shiro's-
you see.
Chiro's original hair color was actually brown. We only ever see him after he's already gone through the fire, and that's
That
when he's
explains a
born.
lot.
His orange hair is the reflection of that and his process of losing his soul.
But I
Much like
thought-
when Emiya burns himself so much that his hair turns white and his skin darkens.
Because, as we know, old people have no souls either.
But guys, you're forgetting about the guy who's definitely not Emiya from KNK, who had almost the same amount of a shit show of a life.
Who wasn't even a person by that point.
Exactly.
He's the true moderation of a ginger.
I'm completely convinced that that character, Emiya, because the fire didn't happen.
Sure.
Okay,
Anyway.
continue.
I wasn't really saying anything.
Yeah, after finding out that it's Karen with a C, I've stepped out.
Okay.
That's your love? Okay.
The idea of worth, Theodore, is complicated. It depends from people to people. This is just straight up advice I'm giving you. This is not a fortune.
This is just life advice.
If you choose to believe your death was worth it, then can anyone really say it wasn't?
Yes, what that disembodied voice said.
I didn't think it was worth it. He died like
I
a
don't know.
bitch. He walked
I think it
into
was
a
worth
fire
it
and
just to
died.
get him down.
Like, straight up, you drowned, man.
That seems like a fitting death. Without even being able to call out to the dog, just so he can get you. You listening to that? Greg couldn't even save you. He couldn't tell everyone that you fell in the well
No,
because you couldn't even speak.
there is a creature you will fight, and not die to its insta-kill ability. You will have to speak one word, and then you die. Because you are mute.
Now let me tell you the exact tactics of how you kill Strahd.
You take him out
I
of
can
his
tell
lair, and he'll
Can
get
say
these
it.
things that this disembodied voice is telling me are lair action. You can get him out of those.
You see, what you want to do is throw Irina at him, and when he's distracted, you stab him in the back.
What you do is you roll all your dice as if they're critical and have them all as advantage, and then roll 8 of them with +10 on every.
Of course.
What you do is you summon a servant, because servants operate at level 20.
So what you do is you pull out your sword that is sealed with command seal. You kill yourself, but you also kill Strahd.
What you do is you bring Zanvenger into reality, and then Strahd kills himself.
I don't think Strahd has more than 105 hits.
And then stab through yourself to get him, and that counts as your sneak attack because he'll never see it coming.
Alright. I think that's enough. So, yeah.
I'm gonna start setting up camp once I get back.
So I'm just refilling water in
here. I'm already set it up.
Oh.
Hey guys, she says she doesn't know how to find my true love. Sorry.
It's okay, she's pretty useless, Snickle.
Yeah.
It seems that way.
So, how did your guys' encounter go?
She didn't give us anything worthwhile. We should probably move on.
She said the guy I like exists and doesn't exist at the same time.
That's not possible.
I know.
She
Clearly-
doesn't think I'm going to hell.
Leans
So
into
she's
Lavia.
really dumb.
So Lavia can only hear. Maybe it's because she couldn't see through John's disguise. So
No,
that
John
he existed as
disguise.
John, but at the current moment he wasn't John.
I mean, his name is Shia.
Maybe
I
we
don't
should
think John will ever go by the name Shia.
Just gonna whisper, maybe we should just burn her tent down in the dead of night to send a message.
You realize that John's writing in a notebook a name.
These squares make a circle.
I can't wait for John to manage to recreate his identity just by hearing what he looks like described by you, and having it be so much more muscular and handsome than what Shia actually is.
Yep.
John disguises himself as Shy. It's actually just Archer Emiya, but with red hair.
I mean, hey.
Hey.
Look at him.
I mean, Archer Emiya. Boy. Man. Oh. Whew. I get the vapors.
Are you high up your Hello, my name is Emmett. Emmett! I'm sorry, please continue.
God damn it. Okay,
So should we go
so,
on this?
yeah, so what are you guys doing? You guys, I mean,
Getting ready for bed.
Yeah, I believe it's bedtime. I'm up.
Should we
I
do
will
a-
stand watch outside.
Alright.
I decide to stab my sword into the ground because
John-
it's not a
John-
moving vehicle.
John F's up really bad and ends up as Emiya Alt. Tall, dark, and handsome takes the dark really, really, really literally.
Wait, JP Demia or US Demia?
Whichever one is more offensive in the particular situation in which we choose to have this happen.
I feel like JP is always the more offensive option.
I mean, I was playing through Shinjuku and I read through dialogue and I'm like, what the hell? Actually refers to him as a drug dealer. Straight up.
I know that the actual thing from the artist himself goes, yeah, I made him look like he belongs in jail. He could be in prison.
You can't fucking say that.
so,
I mean, he did murder an entire compound of cultists and a 12-year-old. To be fair,
doesn't-
that
Who
12-year-old
doesn't murder a
girl-
compound full of cultists and also allow the cultists to then murder a 12-year-old girl and also your wife?
But I mean, that 12-year-old girl would have ended up being a little sex god.
I am going to partake in my rest now while
Okay.
this conversation is happening.
Indeed.
I'm
So you're all long resting?
Yes.
it's a lot of fate reference. Vaudril.
Actually, while we sleep, I would like to mention I'm putting Greg's valuables inside of his ribcage with the skull.
With both skulls.
Hey, did you go get water to go clean that off?
No, we're leaving one in the cart.
No, which one are you leaving the hag's head in the cart? Or
No, the other one.
Okay.
I can't wait for them to start going through the cart and seeing a random skull and some...
So that
But what about the bag of bones?
The whole thing is in the bone mobile, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all in the cart. We have a
We
skull
really
and a
need
bag
to
of
replace.
bones.
We really need to replace all the wood with bones at some point and make it an
Yes.
actual bone movie.
The bone. And then
The
it's
bone wagon.
the bone.
Yep, I was thinking bone
The
wagon.
boner mobile.
Come on.
I mean, it has to attach to
I
the
mean,
other
aren't-
cart somehow.
So the thing from Nat 19 was getter. Our group it's boner.
Aren't Shizuka
I'm
and
not
Greg
making that
in a
an emote.
relationship?
Sure.
Like you never clarified if it's a relationship or not.
Trying to think of how to explain it. So I'm just gonna say yes.
How to explain what?
The
The
relationship.
sexual
between Greg and
relationship
Shizuka.
between Greg and Shizuka.
All I'm saying is Greg doesn't have a penis.
He does have a lot of other bones, though.
Arrow.
Wink, wink,
That's
nudge, nudge.
that's
Happens
okay,
to be
guys.
one-rounded.
Anyway,
So
Thank God we just demonetized this video.
you think we didn't do that in like the first 20 minutes?
I don't
you
know.
think they haven't demonetized the series since episode 1?
It's actually John's ear. That's right.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you. Throw me under the bus, why don't you?
So
John.
y'all are
To be
long
fair.
resting, huh?
All right,
Yay. Thank you.
Is
Right.
John as the character.
and then we'll head out in the morning. I think.
you wanna keep going or should we just end there?
Probably end today.
End there? Alright.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
Yeah, and I work in like 9 hours.
Yeah, that's the main reason. It's like it's midnight here, but it's like 2 in the morning for you.
Yeah. Alright. So I'm just gonna real
I
quick.
work in 7 hours.
By the way, can you drag that long rest over now so I can get all my spells?
Yeah,
Alright.
same.
Ah!
Bah.
Look at all those
No longer wounded.
Vistani.
Ah.
So yeah,
Did all
that is the
those
end of the
drunks.
session. Wow, this one's going to be really easy to recap.
Slots.
So just waiting. We learned nothing. There was a fortune teller. She was useless.
See, each
We asked stupid
session is
questions.
really just another play to progress our characters' developments with the, and not with the story.
Developing nothing
See,
story-wise.
Then
Their
you
personal
know.
adventures are going very well, I believe.
That's what really matters.
The exploration of the self is the real hero's journey.
You've known each other for like 2 days. Three maybe.
Already, we've learned more about each other in those 2 days than most people learn about each other in a lifetime.
Indeed.
Truly the inspirational story of a journey of misfits coming together as a true family.
Alright.
I will handcuff
Let's
Theodore.
steal their horses.
We
Theodore is getting handcuffed to the cart. One handcuff for each limb.
I'm sitting there trying to like bullshit a bunch of philosophy and stuff, and I just look at the screen. Let's steal their horses.
Alright. I'm gonna hop out.
It's yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And then
My
we're
son.
goodbye.
Shane, I need you to allow me to handcuff him now.
Do whatever, man.
Do whatever.